I'm Bob.
Hey, I'm Mark. Thanks for joining us today. In front of you is the OptiView Agubatron
2000.
That's right. You're wondering, what the heck is this thing?
What the hell is an OptiView Agubatron 2000?
This is really just made to scare Diane Feinstein, and it's also a tool that we're going to use so you can see what we see when we're reviewing optics. Basically, this is a machine that I can stick my camera here, and I can put my scope up here, and we can get it centered, and you can see what we're actually looking at when we're reviewing optics. And so we just gathered up a collection of different stuff here, starting from your very basic run-of-the-mill piece of stuff, BSA red dot, that you can find at your Walmart or your gun store for anywhere between $20 and $60.
All the way up to your $1,200 Trijicon ACOG. So with the OptiView Agubatron 2000, we're going to be able to get some nice pictures of the reticles on these so you can see what the difference is on them.
It's rainy and dull and miserable outside, and it's really red dot weather. So we're going to mount some of these up and tell you what they are, what you can look at the sight picture and you can compare, and let's get to it. So right now we are looking through the crummy BSA, the $39 one. You know, this thing doesn't have an auto shutoff feature. It's not the clearest in the world. It just kind of stays in the stable because it ends up being on a bunch of different guns for some reason. Eats 2032 batteries like they were candy, and it's going to drive me to the poorhouse. But this is what you can see. You can see there's a coloration change. The greens turn dark greener. That's the quick overview of this one. Now we're looking through the Vortex Strikefire. As you can see with the Strikefire, it has quite a larger opaque halo around the optics. We can zoom out a little bit. There's a lot of busyness around there, so the sight picture is actually pretty small, but it's pretty clear. You can also see a color change. What's different about this one is that we can change the dot to a green dot, just like that. And you can see we lose the green dot up against the sky, whereas if we switch back to the red, we can vary the intensity and make it brighter. It's a little bit easier to track up against darker objects. And once again, this is a Vortex Strikefire. Now we're looking through the Redfield Counterstrike. I haven't had a chance to do a full review on this. I just got it from webbyshops.com. As you can see, that it's got a red dot. So far, I like the clarity of it. You can switch from a red dot to a green dot, much like the Counterstrike. You can change the intensity on the side. The cool thing about the this Counterstrike is, if we look over here, you can see that not only do we have that green dot, but if we press this button over here, we also turn on the laser. So it has an integrated laser into the base. So we lose that kind of out here in the dark. See if we can see it on the basketball. I like the clarity of this. I like the option of the red green dot. I like the price point. I'm really looking forward to putting this one through its paces. So once again, this is a Redfield Counterstrike. And this is a standard red dot that I compare all red dots by. This is the Aimpoint CompM4. I think it has the clearest glass and the clearest, most precise dot of any of the red dots that I have. The glass is just phenomenal. The red dot, you can leave it on and you're safe. The advertised battery life for the red dot on this is 8 years constant runtime. So it is. This is a standard by which I judge all the others. Once again, this is the Aimpoint CompM4. And now we're looking through a different site. This is the EoTEch EXPS2.
Affirmative.
It's a holographic site. It's different. You can see that the reticle is different than any of the red dots that we have. You can see that the sight picture is actually big and wide and unobstructed. You'll also notice that the reticle is quite pixelated in kind of a fashion that's different than any of the red dots. But this is EoTEch, so when people are talking about a holographic sight, this is what they're talking about. And here's the sight picture that you're going to see. Bob and I are going to be working on a review of this optic shortly. Now we're looking through the Trijicon TA31 TRD, the TA31 TRD. Now this isn't a true red dot in the normal sense of the word. This is actually a 4-power optic. This is actually one of my favorite optics for an AR or a battle weapon. You can still use it both eyes open. The red dot in there is illuminated not by batteries, but by a fiber optic on the top of it, or a tritium bead inside the optic. As you can see, the sight picture is very, very clear on this. The illuminated reticle is handy, centered, clear, concise. That's the Trijicon. Let's go look at the other one. And this is a look through the Trijicon TA31 NSN. You can see that this one also has very clear optics. It's got a stronger traditional crosshair on it with a bullet drop compensating indicator down at the bottom, so you can estimate holdover. Say if we were going to try and find that crow that's making, actually that's a blue jay. That dang blue jays, I don't like them. Yeah, so it's a quick look through the Trijicon TA01 NSN. Well, if this screenshot doesn't make you nervous, I don't know what will. But that's the beauty of the, what we call that? The OptiView Goober
Tron 2000.
That's right. Because guess what? We're not in front of the muzzle, we're just in front of an optic. So that's all good.
That's right. So what we kind of found here today is we took a bunch of different reticles, and we're trying them out behind this new setup that Mark built for us. And you know, we're looking at anything from the BSA to the Aimpoints. We've got the Redfields. What else do we have here today?
Yeah, the Trijicons.
We've got the EoTEch.
Yep.
And
you're looking through.
There was the Strikefire by Vortex.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the walk around that we did today and testing out our OptiView Goobatron 2000.
2000, that's right.
If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. We've got some more optic reviews coming up.
And you can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Fire Mountain Outdoors, where you can too get on the conversation.
Or you can just Google Fire Mountain Outdoors. It's easier, Bob. Thanks for watching. Cool.
you.